Hello, good morning. Can you hear me? මාව ඇහෙනවද? කාට හරි මාව ඇහෙනවද කියලා කියන්න බලන්න. Anyone else?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. අම්මෝ නිකන් වොයිස් එක ඇහෙනකොටත් අපිට නිකන් ස්ටුඩන්ට් කෙනෙකුගේ හරි ආසයි. මේ බලන්න පුතා මේ මගේ PowerPoint එක අර පළවෙනි ලෙක්චර් එකේ මම භාගිනී කළේ ඉතුරු ටිකක් ඉවර කරන්න. ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස් ලගේ වොයිස් එක ඇහෙනකොටත් අපේ ජොබ් එකේ ඉතින් ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලත් එක්ක ජීවත් වෙන එකනේ. ඒවට ස්ටුඩන්ට්ස්ලා හිතන්නේ අපි ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ තරහකාරයෝ කියලා. එහෙම නේද? කොහෙද මේ නෝට් එක? තිබුණේ PowerPoint එකක් AIS 1 කියලා. Accounting information PDF. Right. Right, පුතා මගේ PowerPoint එක පේනවද? Can you see my PowerPoint presentation? Anyone else? Then I can start the remaining part of my work. Anyone else? Can you see my PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, sir.
Very good. Thank
Yes,
you.
sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Talking to me. Thank you very much. Right. අපි මේකේ අන්තිමට ඉවර කරපු තැන මතකද ඔයගලට? අර පළවෙනි දවසේ එකම එක දවසයි අපි ජීවිතේට මූණට මූණ හම්බුනේ ඊට පස්සේ ඉතින් කොරෝනා හින්දා හම්බ වෙන්න බැරුව ගියා. කාට හරි මතකද එදා මම අන්තිමටම ඉවර කරපු හරිය? අන්තිමට ඉවර කරපු හරිය මම හිතන්නේ නැහැ ඔයගලන්ට මතක ඇති කියලා. කමක් නැහැ මන් ටිකක් මට යන්තම් වගේ මතකයි මම accounting information definition එකෙන් නැවතුවා කියලා. හැබැයි ඉතින් කොයි පන්තියට කවුද දන්නේ? Right. We'll see. This is the class I think we met each one together, but that day I couldn't finish the entire work, but somehow I have done half a way. Then after that we have all classes on online. In online classes I started with the revenue cycle, expenditure cycle, likewise most important cycle because of the due to the corona situation as well as the time constraints. I got little fear I can't finish the entire work, right? Because my lecturing is little slow and takes time. I'm not talking like a parrot and asking some questions and talking to students. That is my way. Anyway, I have already completed now 5 cycles. Now I can come back to the first slideshow where I stopped the work. I think this is, you already learned, a system is a set of 2 or more interrelated components that interact to achieve a goal. Most systems are composed of smaller subsystems that support the larger system. As example, in a university, a business is a business faculty or a management faculty is a system. composed of various departments. Now, in our university, Faculty of Management Studies and Commerce, we have 10 departments: accounting, finance, business administration, business economics, public administration, right, marketing, human resource management, information technology. Likewise, you can find out the 10 departments. Now, in accounting also you learn revenue cycle, expenditure cycle, general ledger cycle, the last one what you learn, and production cycle and human resource cycle. These all are subsystems. So all are subsystems. The whole systems are necessary. All together the full system, the the entire system of the organization consists of with small subsystems. One system is breakdown, definitely there is impact to the other system. Production department breakdown, definitely revenue department or revenue section, revenue cycle cannot work perfectly. That's what you should want to understand. When you go into office, when you're going to work, you also working in a one particular small subsystem, your system is very important to the other system to run. Your system is inefficient, not working perfectly, other system also affected that one. The whole system should be at a one and work together. You can remember that one, right? One system is breakdown or inefficient, definitely it affects the other systems as well. Then entire organization became inefficient. That is why today most of the private sector as well as the government sector, especially the government sector, we call inefficient. Maybe not the whole system, but whole system became inefficient because of the one or a particular division is very inactive or a very inefficient. That's what good employees they have to recruit, efficient people they want, efficient employees or ministers, that particular ministry is necessary, then the whole work will be a very efficient. Each subsystem is designed to achieve one or more organizational goals. They have their own objectives, own goals. Changes in subsystems cannot be made without considering the effects of on the other subsystems, because all systems work as a whole. And you learn, I think in that day, I think I'm getting reminding all these things, right? Now you learn in a all system is work together, right? That is compulsory. Right. Every organization has its goals. I already explained to that day to you. They try to achieve their own goals. Then whole organization goal, the final goals can achieve. Say accounting department, when you are working in accounting department, your goal is preparation of the financial statement properly. Or maybe salary section, if you work, you have to prepare a salary bills, payrolls of the employees without delays, right? Then it affected the other production department, all like, each and every section, they have their own objectives, own goals. Once they try to complete their own goals, the organization whole goal also going to be achieved or going to be fulfilled. The goal conflicts is another, very important work that day also I explained to that one, right? Goal conflict mean in one particular department, right, their goal is conflict or not connected with the other department goals, inconsistent. Goal conflicts occurs when a subsystem's goals are inconsistent with the goals of another subsystems or with the subsystems as a whole. This is say some production department, they think we have to produce the nice product or a good product, quality product, which are high cost. Then the sales department, they can't sell it. They want what customer can affordable price, affordable products. Then the goal conflicts can arise. This is a kind of a dilemma some engineers think to make perfect product. And marketers think what they can sell, what customer wants, needs, or that they need one. Maybe not the excellent one, but it can be an affordable one. You know, these two departments in the organization always having a certain conflicts. How you can overcome this one? The discussion, both together, stay together, one-to-one discussions level, you can solve these issues. You know, committees are very important, meetings are important to solve the goal conflicts. Goal concurrence is the opposite of the goal conflicts. Goal concurrence occurs when a subsystem achieves its goals while contributing to the entire the organization overall goal. That means everybody. Concurrence means stick together. Everybody in the organization, they are together work to achieve their subsystem. Then it is affected to the other subsystem also to achieve their goals. That means the sales department sell all the units. Then production department want to producing more and more. Then our entire organization going to be highly profitable because of this situation. The larger the organization and the more complicated the system, the more difficult it is achieve a goal concurrence. Goal concurrence is a little hard job to do. Then system. Before going to study the organization as a whole, the accounting information system, accounting also the system, marketing also the system, human resource management also what you learn is system. What is system? You should want to study. You can see here the system concepts encourages integration. Integration means, now say, many things you can get together, collective together. Integration, one-to-one you can connect it. That is the most important, you know, in a system concepts. That is very hard to do in manually. In the systems, you can connect many things together, then duplications of recording you can minimize, shorting, reporting, processing you can make a speed, and in a system, you have a data. Data are the facts that are collected, recorded, stored, and processed by an information system. Business needs to collect several kinds of data, such as the activities that take place, the resources affected by the activities, and the people who participated in the activities. You know, these are very essential things you should have to collect. The information is not only a data, information is more than the data. Information is a data that have been organized and processed to provide meaning and improve the decision-making process. I think you remember that if I say if I just say 20, there is a no 20, there is a no meaning. But if I say your age is 20, or I think student Kasun's age is 20, there's a meaning, right? Kasun age is 20, he's a 20 years old boy, right? Just 20, or what is 20? There is no idea. But always data you have to connect it to the meaningful way, it became a information. I think you have already learned these things last time as well. And usually we collect the data from events, right, and resources and agents. This is we call REA. REA. Accountants are always collect the data about the events. Events mean you sales the goods. You purchase the goods. You pay the salaries. You purchase the raw material. You pay the rent, electricity, event. Because of the event resources, it affects to the resources, right? Resources that are affected by those events. Maybe, right, this June fan going every day, every time. When I start the lecture, he's going. Right? Resources that are affected by those events, right? That means when you pay rent, you get the service, but your cash is reducing. When you buy goods, you get inventory, your cash has reduced. And you sell the goods, your cash has increases, but you reduce your goods, right? Resources. An agent, there should be internal person or an external person. Customer is the external person. Salesperson in your internal organization, employee in your organization is an internal person. Agents, resources, events. Those are highly important things. And remember that information have a very bad mechanism in sometimes. Information getting overload. Maybe nowadays you preparing for the exam, you are really get the information overload. Right? Which one I want to read and which I want to study. Now for my subject, accounting information system, important, that subject having in your degree program, right? When you see somebody else in your degree list, the accounting information system subjects you have studied mean you have additional qualification. Right, then for my subject you have to learn all cycles, revenue cycle, expenditure cycle, production cycle, the cycle which I have talked to you. Those cycles, yeah, these things are, I think I have given that one to the, what do you call that, YouTube. The entire lectures I have connected to YouTube also, then through YouTube also you can listen it. Right, today's one also I will transfer to YouTube. Right, then you can learn in addition to that, because YouTube cost is little less nowadays, right? Now information overload occurs when those limits are passed, resulting in a decline in decision making quality. An increase in the cost of providing the information is very high. Now say this is the big issue. So much of a data you have, but you can't use which one. Which one is important for this decision, which one is important for our decision making. Without information, you can't make a decision, right? Most of the people get failed without the information. They try to make the decision. Most of the girls, they look at that nice boys or smart boys, oh, very handsome, without talking, without getting more information, they start to get or fallen in love. I don't know what is happening after that. I don't want to explain such a personal things of you. But information, you have to collect the information, right? And come to a certain conclusion. Maybe, I don't know what will happen, but it can be meaningful according to the theory. Anyway, value of the information is very important, right? Today, most of the information technology used to get correct information, in-time information, more efficiently used for decision making, and try to overcome the information overload and getting more information unnecessarily. They try it. Information overload is a very bad thing. Therefore, value of the information normally very important. That means value of the information value of the information is the benefit produced by the information minus the cost of producing. Cost of producing, right? Benefits of information. Maybe from that information you can earn more profit, more things. And minus, right, cost of producing it. Because cost of producing, I think, any information there is a cost. Right, you have to, when you're using computer system, right, and there's a clock needed, computer machines are depreciating for whatever information. Now say nowadays you get my knowledge, you pay internet cost, right, very high. I think the best business nowadays, I think, dialogue and telecom, they earn a lot of money, right? Because all businesses and everybody working at home, right? Huge money they have earned, right? Now, the value, why we are doing that one? We fear to go home, office, and fear to be getting corona and involved in such unnecessary activities. We thought that benefit is more than the paying internet cost. Now, that is the formula called benefits produced by the information minus the cost of producing it. Benefits of information include reduced uncertainty. I think that day I talked to you uncertainty. Improved decision and improved quality or improved ability to plan and schedule activities. Those are the benefits. The cost include, sorry, the cost include the time and resources spent to produce and distribute the information. The information cost and benefits can be difficult to quantify, and it is difficult to determine the value of information before it has been produced and utilized. Now those things you have to remember. Then information have a certain characteristics. You can see the list of characteristics I have talked to you the last time, right? Relevant. The relevant information, right? The relevancy of the one is one of the characteristics. It reduces uncertainty, improve the decision making, or confirms or correct prior experience, right? Then reliability, free from error or a bias. Reliability means free from error or a bias. Accurately represent organization events or activities. And then completeness, does not omit important aspect of the event or activities it measures. Then there is another one, timeliness, provide in time for decision making, to make decision, not like all decisions or all information you get for decision making. Then understandability, presented in a useful and intelligible format to understandable way. Verifiability, you can use some other process and check whether this information right or wrong. Two, independent, knowledgeable, and cross-checking you can do. People produce the same information for everywhere. Suppose that you're going to get love to a person, you ask somebody else whether he's having a girlfriend or a boyfriend. You ask several places, so everybody says no, 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 then your decision is right, you verifiable. Just kidding. Accessibility, available to users when they need, right? And or a format they can use, you can get easily. Accessibility, sometimes finding information little difficult, that's not very important. And you can say there are some information used by internal people and external people. Everybody knows that, right? Lot of people, they use this internal and external. I don't want to explain these things, right? Mandatory, normal, you usually external users mean outside the organization, like government department, taxation department. For them, there are some mandatory, mean very essential. There is a format, they are the, according now taxation department, you have to provide the financial accounting. According to the taxation concepts are concerned, according tax rules are concerned, mandatory information. And some information like a central bank, they ask in, those are called essential information. And those are very essential part, in you have to provide to them. Every organization, they have to do that one. Internal use people mean people who are inside the organization, they can use whatever the information they want. Now you can see carefully, now say, now this is what I want to talk to you, what is accounting information system. Right now you can see accounting information system is what, very carefully, right? That's what here you can understand, that accounting information system. What is AIS, right? And what is the definition of AIS, right? Here you can find out. Accounting information system is one of the very important method or a mechanism or subjects which are providing information, especially business information for making a decision. Accounting is a data identification, collection and storage process, as well as an information development, measurement and communication process. By definition, accounting is an information system. Since an AIS collects, records, stores and processes accounting and other data to produce information for decision makers. An AIS can be a paper and pencil or like a manual system, but today it's not very useful. It's a big organization, complex transactional organization. You can't use manual accounting system. The complex system using latest IT, information technology, or something in between, regardless of the approach taken, the process is the same. But even the manual, even though computerized accounting system is system, approach is same. But when you are using computers, it became a very faster and quicker and more information characteristic, which you learn. The information should have a lot of characteristic. You can protect those characteristics when you are using more in computerized system. The AIS must collect, enter, process, store and report data and information. The paper and pencil also do the same job, but computers can do faster than other systems. Now, you can see here, this is what you're going to learn in today. The AIS functions are very important. There are 6 components of the AIS. There are 6 components of the AIS. The people who use the system, first one, without a people, there is no accounting information system. The procedure and instructions used to collect, process and store data. As accountant like you, the procedures and instructions you have to follow. You can, when you go to the company, any organization, working in an organization, there are some procedures in that organization. There are some instructions in that organization. You have to follow such a, yes.
slide move කරනවද අපිට පෙන්නන්න ඕන
slide number move කරනවද
slide
oh slide move කරනවා what is happening slides
fourth slide තියෙන්නේ
දැන් කොයි හරි දින්නේ මම දැන් පේන්නේ නැද්ද
fourth slide
වෙන්න බෑනේ මම slides ගොඩක් වේගයෙන් දැන් ගිහිල්ලානේ මේ ඉන්ටර්නෙට් එක නම් අපිව ඛණ්ඩ ඉපදිච්ච එකක් පුතා තාම අපි ෆෝර්ත් එකේ ඉන්නවා කියන්නේ වෙඩි තියලා මරණ සයිස් එකක් නේ තියෙන්නේ මාව ළමයි හොඳ වෙලාවට ඔයගලන්ට තුවක්කු මුකුත් නෑනේ බලන්න අන්න එහෙම කියනවා නම් හරි ලේසි මමත් ඉතින් කොනාසා පිළි right මේ ඔක්කොම දැන් මං කියෙව්වා කමන්නේ මේක මං ගිය සැරේ කරපු එකමනේ this all shoes now which slides I am can't you see any slides now now it's moving slides move whenever then any students please
yes sir දැන් හරි
හරි නේ හරි මම වෙන එකක් දන්නේ slides ටිකක් නිකන් slide moving the system එක දඟලන size එකක් තියෙනවා internet වල තියෙන issue එක වෙන්නේ නැති right these things I already talked to you external users internal users yeah and AIS definition and what is AIS. Right, I'm talking somewhere here now, right? What is AIS? And I said there are 6 components of an AIS. The people who use the system is very important. And the procedure and instructions used to collect, process, store data. Because any accounting system or any organization, there are some procedures and instructions. As accounting students like you have to follow that procedure and instruction. Not only that, even the customer also today, they have to follow the procedures. Otherwise, they can't get the proper service. Now you can see any accounting information system, there are 6 components. Number 1, the people who use the system, procedure and instruction, that is for use to collect, process and store data. Then data about the organization and its business activities, that is also very essential. The software used to process the data, especially computerized organization. Number 4. 5th, the information technology infrastructure. That means computers and some peripheral devices, that mean the printing and all, and network communication devices. Right, those are the information technology infrastructure. Number 6, the internal control and security measures. That is the very, very important one in accounting system. I always try to say you, internal control is very, very essential. Now you can see the 6 components enable an AIS, accounting info system, to fulfill the 3 important business function. 3 important business function. Number 1 is collect and store data about organizational activities, resources and personnel like agents. Organizations have a number of business processes such as making a sale or a purchasing raw materials which are repeated frequently. Number 2, transform data into information so management can plan, execute, control and evaluate activities, resources and personnel. Number 3, provide adequate controls to safeguard the organization, assets and data. Number 3 is the mostly important one in accounting system you should want to understand. That means prepare or protect internal control system. What is internal control system? That means you have to protect the assets in your organization. You have to use security measures to protect, now say, cash or your production, your inventories, your non-current assets, your current assets. Those are very important. Without assets, I told you, you can't earn money. If you want to be rich, I told you, you need assets. Even company also totally depend on the profitability, depend on the assets. Right? Without assets, anybody can't earn money. Today you can see Chun Pan is going because of his scooter, because of his three-wheeler. He earn money and distributing all these products. Right? Even the right fish seller, ice cream seller, right? Anybody else, they need certain assets. Otherwise, they can't earn money. Right? Even the farmer, they should have a land to produce the products. Right? Grow the agricultural work. Right now, you can understand assets. You have to protect assets. If a company, like wherever you work, you have to make more internal control, we call Abhyantara Palana, internal control system to protect the assets, then definitely you can be a very good accounting person. Accounting, very important one. It is a fundamental things, accounting. Now you can say it's accounting, provide more data, I think all these things I have explained to you in the different manner. Then this is every accountant be auditor. I think I don't want to explain to you that one, everybody know that, but not in the same time. If you feel bored, you can be auditor in a day, or if you feel again bored in auditing profession, you can be accountant. These two are, because accountants and auditing, you have a two fundamental knowledge are going simultaneously parallel together. How accountants are, you can see how be an accountant. There are so many advantages today in the society. You can get many things from society because of this accounting and auditing once you learn. You can be a tax accountant, you can be a private and non-profit organization accountant, not only the private sector, even Red Cross, non-profit organization, you can find out the accountant. And there are financial accounting, cost and management accounting, there are financial analysis, right? There are so many aspects when you study accounting you can approach. The AIS is a very important top subject today. Most of the professional exams in local or from other countries like CPA, like when you go to Australia, you want to get a CPA qualification. If you have a degree, no need chartered. If you have a degree, you can register to the CPA exam. Once you complete the CPA exam in Australia, you can get a very good job. Most of our accounting students in my university, they are living in Australia today because they don't compete fully in chartered or CIMA. Most of them are fully completed, but some of them are not. But accounting, you can get a very good job in Australia. Very good job in Australia. You can, that is what, pay more interest for your subjects and your accounting degree, right? I'm always try to help you. Talk to me and friendly with us. Then I'm always helping to you to, because the only issue you have the knowledge, right? You want to get that knowledge from us, then definitely you can achieve this job. That is what for professional exam also testing accounting information knowledge today. And then why study accounting information system in an organization? That's very, very essential part. I'm going to talk to you how an AIS can do value to the organization. Make more value to the, right? Now say you can develop a strategy when you study accounting. And you want to know some information technology also connected with AIS today, and occupational culture, right? That is also connected to the organization today. Now you can see here why this slide show. This is why study accounting information system. That is you already learned, right? And this is this one, no? Yeah, sorry. Yes, now here you have occupational culture. AIS design is affected by information technology, the organization strategy, and organization culture. Now, culture means government department, they are using not accrual accounting system. Most of the time they're using cash base, not accrual. Accrual mean upachita sankalpa. That means whether you paid or not, you have to collect the information and record it. But in government department is still using cash basis, not accrual basis. Culture you have to understand. Right, government means especially departments, like I'm talking about the department, but they have a big plan to convert it to the, I think in Chartered Institute, they are working with that to convert this cash basis system to the accrual system. But culture to culture, accounting system, but not the fundamental, not the double entry, not the procedures, but there are certain things can be changed. That's a nature. That's you can learn. That is what when you go to the, the practical training, you can understand. Maybe the same banks can be different because of the people. The accountants are people, right? It's not a machine. The peoples are there, people always differently work, differently acting. Then the people make the culture, right? Then organizational culture, occupational culture, always one aspect. The systems can be a little differences, but fundamentals are same. And its organization strategy also connected with that. Now you can see in this link, right? We all are connected one to one. That is what I want to explain to you. Now then I'll come to another important thing to talk to you. Role of the AIS in value chain. Very essential. Everybody in your organization, they want value. Value. Without a value, you can't do the business. Even you also want to make a value to your company, then people think, okay, this guy is a very smart, we don't want to chase him from this job, we want to keep him and give him more salaries, right? They are doing good job, their knowledge is fine. You have to show others you are value, you are an asset. Then people make respect to you. That is very important. Role of the AIS in the value chain. Value chain has developed by the Michael Porter, one of the very important person who developed the, five forces theory. You remember five forces theory? That's the way strategies are developing today, right? This particular person has developed a value chain also. What is value chain, right? There are so many things you can study under the value chain, right? I will come with a value chain theory, right? Role of the information in value chain is a very, very important thing. We'll see. I'm going to talk to you this one little by little more. A well-designed accounting information system can add value to an organization. Adding value, right? Number one, improving the quality and reduce the cost of products and services. For example, an AIS can monitor machinery and operations are modified immediately when performances falls outside acceptable quality limits. This helps maintain product quality, reduce waste, and lowers cost. In a machine, in a factory environment, maybe wastage, the accountants can calculate it and inform to the quality employees, or maybe some former, factory managers can make reduce it, right? The lot of information, good accounting information system provide the valuable information to improve the quality of the organization products and reduce the cost. Quality is improving mean no rework. No rework mean less cost. Warranty cost is less. You are giving some product warranty cost. Why we are giving warranty cost? Certain product like a TV, refrigerator, machineries, you have to pay some warranties. Within that warranty period, if a machine or a system is breakdown, the company want to redo the work. It's a cost. But if you have a quality products, no need to, right, waste such a money. That is very important. To improve in efficiency, that's the most important thing. When you go to dialogue to pay bills, very quickly you can do that job. But when you go to private bank, maybe you can do the job. But when you go to the government bank, my God, you can't do it quickly. But certain banks is fine today, but not all, right? When you go to pay the electricity bill, maybe the municipal, whether it's a quick or not, you have to decide. Improving efficiency. For example, timely information makes a just-in-time manufacturing approach possible. So it requires constant, accurate, up-to-date information about raw materials, inventories, and their location. Get back the quicker. products or raw material to make the final production. Sharing knowledge. You can share knowledge. Now even the university students sharing their knowledge with other students by using lot of WhatsApp and all new technologies. Sharing knowledge and expertise can improve operations and provide a competitive advantage. I think you heard about this word competitive advantage. That means your company became stronger than the others or other competitors. Competitive advantage is very, very important. Competitive advantage is one of the strategies, right? Every company try to do. Otherwise, customers are losing from them. If they want to keep the customers longer period, you have to give a best job that the competitor can do. Otherwise, people are switching. Now, earlier, I had a Mobitel connection. I left. I feel the system is bad. Then I went to the dial-up. Right now, I have a dial-up connection. People are switching. People are switching certain period based on the quality or services they get. Now, fourth one, improving the efficiency and effectiveness of its supply chain. Now, I think now these days everybody talking about this supply chain. In supply chain should have so many characteristics. We'll see what are those characteristics. The value chain or supply chain, primary activities and supportive activities you can find out. Those activities are very, very essential, right, to understand that, right? Value chain things, right? Now this is we call to provide the value chain to their customers. Most organizations perform a number of different activities, right? That's very important. What are these number of different activities? Those number of different activities we can divide it under two headings. One is value chain, consists of 5 primary activities and some few secondary or supportive activities. What is primary activities? Right? We'll see primary activities is what? Right? Now you can see these primary activities, right? Very important one is inbound logistics. Second one is operations. Third one is outbound logistics. Fourth one is sales. And final one is services. These 5 activities we call primary activities of the organization. Those primary activities, even though supply chain, like any organization who produce the products from the farmers to sell to the customer, whole process we call supply chain. Now all these supply chain mechanism have a value chain. Value chain means 5 major activities should be there. Those are called primary activities. Inbound logistics, that is consist of receiving, storing and distributing the materials an organization use to create the service and produce something to sell. For example, an automobile manufacturer receives, handle and store steel, iron or steel or glasses and rubber to produce the automobiles or a car or a tractor or a three-wheel. They want raw materials. That is the inbound logistic. Even though Cargills, Millers or a supermarket like Apico or maybe a Kiehl's, they have inbound logistic. They need to keep all foods and stuff to sell the customers. That is the primary activity for any organization. Then how accountants, they have connected with these primary activities. Accountants are provide information and keeping inventories and reorder level and giving all the information necessarily to make and maintain very strong inbound logistic mechanism. What is the second primary activity coming under the value chain? Operations. Operation activities transform inputs into final product or service. Like in a manufacturing organization, they have a raw material, they convert to the final product, or the, what do you call, the finished goods. For example, assembly line activities convert raw materials into finished car, and retailers remove goods from parking boxes and places the individual items on shelves for customers to purchase, like Cargills, Kiehl's, Apicos. Today all supermarkets do that job. They are retailers. They remove goods from packing boxes, that means where they have get from the suppliers, from their manufacturers, and they put all these to the racks and in the different stores and different way, then customer can easily find out and get it filled and pay and go. Now those are called operations. That is what happening in nowadays have a very big business, all these supermarket people. Outbound logistic. Outbound logistic activities distribute finished goods or a service to customers. An example, shipping. Automobiles, car dealers. Once you buy a car from Tata company from Japan, they ship you to Sri Lanka, right? It may be nowadays you are in isolated areas. Then once you make the order through internet, they will by using pickup or any methods, right? They whatever the transport, but they charge the cost. They will hand over the goods to you. That is called outbound logistic. Outbound logistic කියලා කියන්නේ බඩු ගෙදරට ගෙනල්ලා දෙනවා. Right? Outbound logistic in certain companies, you don't want to pick up from the company, they will handle to you, or they hand over to you. Then number 4, marketing and sales. That is also one of the primary activities. Helps customers to buy the organization products or services. They do advertising as an example of marketing and sales activities. Services, especially after sales service. We call activities provide post sales support to the customer. Post sales mean after sales service. Example include repair and maintenance services. Then there are some supportive activities also you can find out. We call secondary activities. After this one, there are some secondary activities also you have. Then operations things I have talked to you, transform the one. Outbound logistic also I talked to you, right? Then marketing and sales also I talked to you. Services part done. Then I come to the supportive activities. Supportive activities. What is supportive activities? To perform the most important primary activities, we need supportive activities. What are those supportive activities? One by one. That's very important. One is firm infrastructure. That means accountants, the accounting, finance, legal and general administration activities that allow an organization to function. You know, the scale supermarket, the behind the work supermarket, they have their own small office. There are some accounting, inventory managers, there are some people working behind the mechanism, chief cashiers, etc. Any big organization, firm infrastructure is the accounting. You are the one coming under supportive activities, staff activities, right? Is the accounting, finance, legal and general administrative activities. They are the people giving all organization to function of the organization efficiently. You provide the AIS information, accounting information system. It's a part of the firm infrastructure. All computer oriented, you know, this like supermarket cannot run without information technology. That means all connected with the AIS today. What is the second? Second is human resource. Another supportive activities including recruiting, hiring, training and and compensation employees, etc. Then what is the next one? Right? Technology activities improve a product or service. Example include research and development. Now you can see your job also coming under supportive activity, accounting and finance. Marketing and sales is a primary activity. Who study marketing specialization degree, that is main primary activity. But we are accountants, but we are happy about with supportive activities because we know that accounting is the people who provide the information to function of others activities very strongly. Technology also coming under one of the supportive activities today. Then what is the next one? Right? Purchasing. Purchasing also you can take, yeah, purchasing. Purchasing also you can take another one of the supportive activities. Process raw materials, supplies, machinery and building used to carry out the primary. This is like a procurement department, right? Procurement department to perform the inbound logistic one properly. You know, procurement is necessary. One of the main important primary activities are concerned like inbound logistic and operations. To function of the fine operation, maybe accounting functions also necessary. Accounting is connected with all, right? That is the lifeblood of the organization. Now you can see using information technology to redesign supply chain system yields tremendous benefits and cost savings. Today, whole supply chain activities, this is called an organization value chain is a part of the larger system called supply chain. Value chain is a small part. Supply chain means it's a part of, in supply chain is the biggest one. Value chain is a part of the supply chain. Supply chain starting from the producer to customer, the whole process, after sales service and everything is connected with that. Now you can see in this note good AIS value chain, some example with some foreign countries, and here the role of the value chain connected one to one. Outbound logistic means you submit the goods to the supplier. Inbound logistic, you have need a raw materials for that, and all these things are connected one to one. You can see here. Here, manufacturing organization interacts with its supplier and distributors. By paying attention to its supply chain, a company can improve its performance by helping the others in supply chain to improve their performance. The supply chain is a part of the, you know, it's a main value chain is a part of the supply chain. That is also keep in your mind. It is not more accounting, it's more in management, but accounting part very important in what is AIS and how AIS is connected with supply chain management, value chain management, organization culture, organization strategy. That's what I said here because this is the beginning one. AIS is not just the convert the raw material data to the information. It's something more than that, beyond than that. It makes many things to the organization. That's what I want to tell you in this exercise. Now this is all get connected one by one. You can see this example. One company outbound logistic is another company inbound logistic. Outbound mean they are finished goods, they produce and sell to this other person. Another organization, it can be a right inbound, they have to keep the stocks for their production purposes. One to one, whole world is get connected. That is the another thing under value chain you can learn. Right now here you can see in this example, I would like to explain you very simply one by one. For example, the inbound logistic of pharmaceutical company links to the outbound logistic of its supplier. Pharmaceutical mean drug sellers, medical, like our pharmacies, right? Their outbound logistic is say pharmaceutical inbound logistic, no sorry, Smith Supply Company, they are the people who sell the goods to the customer, right? Their outbound logistic is connected with another person's inbound logistic. This example you can read. For example, the inbound logistic of pharmaceutical company links to the outbound logistic of its suppliers, right? That means making කියන්නේ එක company එකක final product එකක් ඊළඟ company එකේ අමුද්‍රව්‍යයක් වෙන්න පුළුවන් නැත්නම් විකිණීමක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. Factory produce the products and send into the pharmacies to sell the goods, right? ඒක තමයි ඕකේ කියන්නේ. මේක දෙවෙනියට කියනවා right. එතකොට මේ කියන්නේ the link of those separate value chains create the larger system known as supply chain. The supply chain එකක් කියලා කියන්නේ එතකොට මේ වගේ එකකට. එතකොට මේකෙන් හොඳද මේ ස්මිත් කියන කම්පැනි එකේ outbound logistic එක pharmaceutical කියන කම්පැනි එකේ inbound logistic එකකට connect වෙනවා. ඊට පස්සේ pharmaceutical company එකේ outbound logistic එක customer pharmacy කියන එකේ outbound logistic එකට සම්බන්ධ වෙනවා. මේ whole process එක තමයි supply chain කියලා අද හැමතැනම ඉගෙන ගන්න එක subject එකක් සමහර ළමයි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා විශ්වවිද්‍යාලේ. supply chain. එක company එකක නිෂ්පාදනයක් connected with another company. ඒ company එකේ ඒක තව කෙනෙකුට විකුණනවා මේ ඔක්කොම networking කියන එක තමයි මේකෙන් අදහස් කරන්නේ. එක තැනක් කැඩුනොත් එක තැනක් delay වුණොත් entire process get delay. ඒකට ඒ හින්දා තමයි we need information linkage accounting information system to improve this process faster. We improve the process faster. දැන් මේක fast වෙන්න පුළුවන්. දැන් outbound logistic කියලා කියන්නේ අපි දන්නවා අපි ඒක කස්ටමර්ට ගිහිල්ලා බාර දෙන එක. එතකොට බලන්න මේ ෆාමසිටිකල් කියන කම්පැනි එකට අමුද්‍රව්‍ය ස්මිත් කියන කම්පැනි එකෙන් ගන්නවා. ඒතර ඒක අරගත්තා මැද එක හිතන්න. මැද එක focal is the මැද. If you suppose you are working as a fast pharmaceutical company, you need an inbound logistic. පහනම තියෙනවා උතන. Inbound logistic. Can you get the raw material from Smith supplier? Keep it and convert those raw materials to the final product. Then you keep final products, you hand over to the, right, that is called outbound logistics. You hand over to the customer or a pharmacy. Customer pharmacy means small shops. Then, right, that's for they will sell it to the customer. The whole process අපි කියන්නේ supply chain කියලා. Supply chain එක මේක value chain එකේ කොටස් තමයි entire things connected with the supply chain. Those are primary activities. මේකේ පිටිපස්සේ secondary activities තියෙනවා. Right? A secondary activities are our accounting, our human resource management, technology. මේ ඔක්කොම link වෙනවා one to one. That's the thing you should want to understand. Role of the AIS in value chain is very, very essential. I told you that is the link we are going to make for a one-to-one. Usually there are some decisions you can make through this system. Some structured decisions. Structured mean those are repetitive, again and again happening, like deciding whether to sell auto insurance to customer with train driving, now structured is, structured decision, right? Like lower level employees, they can take deciding whether to write an auto insurance policy for a customer with a clean driving history. Like some example, it's structured, again same thing happening, like selling a goods, giving policies to the people. Those are called structured decision. There are some semi-structures, incomplete rules, indala hitla, but there are some certain things you want some approval from the higher people. Those are not structured, not like a pay rent every month or pay electricity is a structured. Every month electricity bill comes, you have to pay. But sometimes you have to replace the bulbs or your electricity system in your home. That may be some semi-structured. Maybe you have to move to the new organization sometimes. That is totally different one, right? There are so many things can be happen like that decision making that is also keep in your way. And these are the very essential part. There are also some variation in scope of the decision today. Occupational control decision relate to performance to specific tasks, right? Because some people working in the different categories. For that part also I should want to explain to you a little bit. Now come back to these occupational and management control decision. That is also one of the important decisions nowadays some people are taking. Right now you can see something like that here. It is important to identify the AIS improvements likely to yield greater returns. Making a good decision requires an understanding of organization overall business strategy. That's, you have to understand what company going to do, what they try to achieve. Information technology departments can affect business strategy. That is also you should want to understand. And you have to give always occupational control decision and management control decision. Occupational control decision always get related to the performance of specific tasks, often day-to-day nature, deciding whether order inventory. That is according to your job. You as a clerk, you have to do this job. That is operational, occupational control decision. Management decision little bit above higher people, maybe after the degree you can come to that level, related to utilize resources to accomplish organization objectives. Then you have some strategic decision, that is in the higher position people who make the decision, higher decision. Those are called the way, or what do we want to be when we grow up, or types of question, maybe something new product you want to develop, maybe a new business you have to go. Such a things are we call like competitive advantage to get competitive advantage to your company, maybe stronger than the competitor, something new you want to do. Those are coming strategic planning decision. Now role of the AIS in value chain is, now you can understand people take different strategic planning decisions are border scope, and structured decision, routine decisions are again you have to take every day, right? That is what there is there. The corporation have unlimited opportunities to invest technology. Most of the companies, they have to invest maximum for technology, because now things are where the Sri Lanka is always failed. We are very lacking invest in technology. We are looking for a this year budget also some kind of a technology investment, but unfortunately nothing. The limited resources to invest the technology, that is a big issue in Sri Lanka. We want more technology to improve our organization. Now the isolated time, lockdown situation, maybe some companies still they are not, they close, they can't do deliveries, they can't get online businesses, they don't have that capacity. Maybe you have to wait longer period to fulfill the orders, they are not very quick. Maybe you have to wait for 2-3 days once you make order to the Cargills or some other places. Queue is there, right? Maybe you can't go also, but you can't get the service also quickly. Now these are technology lacking. Technology lacking in Sri Lanka is a big issue. We should have to find out some methods to improve the technology, because it is very important. Now it is identified situation requiring management action, very essential management action or government action to improve this one. Now this is what you learn is Michael Porter. Very important, you know, in Michael Porter. Everybody talking about the Michael Porter. Who is this guy? Michael Porter, what has done? Right, the Michael Porter, the one of the the best management guru today. He has introduced a very good business strategies. One is product differentiation strategy. One product is different to the another product. Product differentiation is that. That's people don't like same color, same type of products every day, every time. They look for something different. Then Michael Porter said, you want to win the organization, you want to win the customer, you want to get close to the customer, please differentiate the product. Differentiation strategy is the one of the very important strategy the company can use. And the second thing is a low cost strategy. People don't like a higher cost to pay. They always look at the value of the product and cost of the product. Cost of product and value of the product is getting similar or same. They would like to buy the products. That is called low cost strategy. Right? These two are the one of the two good principles what you can understand, right, to win the business. To win the business. Accounting information system always provide information to do this job properly. That is our job. That is our job. Look further. Product differentiation strategy involves setting your products apart from those of your competitors. Always look at the competitor. Do something better than the competitor. Building a better mousetrap by offering one that's faster, has enhanced the features than the others can do. Sometimes when you go to the dialogue is some services are quicker, but cost is high sometimes. That is the big issue. Quicker than the Mobitel. Mobitel maybe cost is lower, but some services are really bad. Maybe you can, that's my opinion, it's not a common opinion, but anyway, we have to think those things, in carefully one by one. Right, this one. Now, sometimes a company can do both, but they normally have to choose, always whether you go into the differentiation strategy or low cost strategy. Very, very important to think about that. Porter also argues that companies must choose a strategic position among three choices. Variety-based strategic position, different products, variety. Insurance companies, that only offers life insurance as a danger. They are giving life, health, property, casualty, so many variety, right? Rather than depend on the one is very, very danger for organization. Only one product, that product is loose, whole business is loose. Right, you have to go to the various type of product. That is the best strategy. Now, the last time ministerial portfolios, they have given that Mati products, batik products and all. But that strategy is only one aspect. Mati nam Mati ma. Etakota Mati iwara tokkam kadagena wetna. Batik nam batik. That's not a good strategy. You need a portfolio. You want a variety of products. Batik එක ඇතුලේ silk උත් තියෙනවා, silk එක ඇතුලේ cotton උත් තියෙනවා, cotton එක ඇතුලේ some other things, everything together. That is the business strategy is not only one. Right now, why you learning accounting degree? You have accounting degree mean it's like a variety, right? Okay, you do chartered, you do some of them are some are doing right degree. Then you have a varieties. Right, one is success, you are in the best position. If you are nothing doing, only depend on the one, it get delays, your whole life also get delayed. We have to use various things, right? Sometimes a little bad. I think when I talk to my university students, they said having so many girlfriends, so many boyfriends, better because varieties are there. One is losing, others is there. But I am not talking such a things. I'm talking about, right, especially the variety, especially business part, right, and needs-based strategic position. First, variety-based strategic position, needs based on the people's needs. Severe most, serve most of all of the needs of a particular groups of customers in the target market. The original Farm Bureau-based insurance companies provided portfolio of insurance, financial service, maybe a leasing, right? Not only insurance, right, for your car or for your life insurance, maybe leasing for your vehicle, or maybe savings of your money or a property, right? Or a selling and everything, all what people needs you have to provide from one particular, then you are survive. This is always their survival strategy. When you are in a one particular segment, if that is lost, you lost forever. If you have a many segments, you are not going to be lost. It's a business strategy. That's some people say don't put all eggs in one basket. Why we call all eggs? That is what you have. If you have money, you have to buy a land, you have to buy a gold, you have to buy a share market, you have to buy some other businesses. So many things you have to invest. Only thing you don't have money. If you have money, you have to do many activities. Then one is get fail or get upset. Others are survival. Others are fine. You can survive. That is a strategy. If you do only one, you invest the money in the stock market only. The stock market collapse, right? Your whole money gone, right? That is what you have to keep, different businesses, right? Different way. That's what it says, right? Those are very important things. Another one is access-based strategic position. That is access-based. Serve subset of customers who differ from others in terms of factors such as geographic locations, access. Maybe you can now say this all access based, like Cargill's, Arpico, they do their business access based businesses. Every places, every villages, every cities, right? They have built retail shops, supermarkets. Those are access based. Not only one, everything in Colombo. Long time back in 1950s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even 90s also, Cargills at Colombo only, Colombo Fort only. But now you can find at the Cargill full cities, whole world, or whole main cities in our country. Then Porter also argues that companies must choose strategic position among three choices: variety, needs, and access. I don't know which one you would like to do, right? Access is village level. You find out the people. Nowadays, Cargills and Keels you can see everywhere, right? Needs based. That means your needs are concerned, but all three things together also you can do. Variety based. One by one, you can study further in my slide, so you can study here. These strategies positions are not mutually exclusive and can overlap, right? These are not overlap. These are not mutually exclusive. One to one is not different. If you want, you can put all together also, right? Like a big supermarket. Inside the big supermarket, right? You have all maybe, right? Access, needs, variety. You can find out. That is another new trend. Now you can see these are the good strategies, right? Choose a strategic position is important because it helps a company focus its effort as opposed to trying to be everything to everybody. That is what the main objective of that. Choosing a strategic position, now you can see, like, it's important because it helps company to focus its effort as opposed to trying to be everything to everybody. For example, radio station, they tries to play all types of music, will probably fail, right? That is maybe you have to think about that. You have to, sometimes you have to maximize one. That is what Porter says. But in sometimes you can use all, also get corrected. Depends on the culture. It is critical to design the organization activities so they reinforce one another in achieving the selected strategic position. I think This is what you have to keep in your mind. The AIS and the corporate strategy. The growth of the internet has profoundly affected the way value chain activities are performed. I think you have learned value chain, right? Inbound and outbound logistics can be streamlined for products that can be digitalized like books and music. The internet allows companies to cut costs, which impacts strategy and strategic position. Today, internet is making more profitability for businesses. Because the internet is available to everyone, intense price competition can result. The outcome may be that now say like a music industry today because of the internet, right? The CD and all, no work, right? Everybody get the music through internet and enjoy the life. Even the movies, you go to internet, right, and download, then look at that. Now that's what you should want to understand. Now you can see how these new technologies getting help to the businesses. Doing a business always you have to fit for the environmental changes. That is also very important to understand. That is also part of that. Predict data analysis. That's what always accounting information needs. What is happening? What customers need, customers wants, forecasting future events based on the historical trends. Maybe when you have a customer database, you can look at that customer's buying pattern. You can study which products in this area people will buy more, which product is mostly high sales in these days. Those information all when you have, you can take decision. Now those are very, very essential. Now here the authors believe accounting and information system should be closely integrated. The AIS should be the primary information system to provide users with information they need to perform their jobs. That's what you should want to understand. At summary in this exercise, this is my first day work. That you should want to clearly understand. The summary part also very, very essential. Everything what I have talked to you, right here you can find out. Any questions you can ask from me. The summary part, very important. The business as a whole you have learned here. What is AIS, right? What are the good information system characteristic? How AIS is linked with the value chain? Then what are the different decisions companies can take? How they have to improve the strategies? That is all coming under this note. That's kind of a important work what you want to understand in your subject. In addition to that, I think this AIS is linked with of all cycles. In revenue cycle, you remember, right? Revenue cycle, major activities are receive and answer customer inquiries, take customer orders and enter them into the AIS, approve credit sales, check inventory available, initiate back orders. For a good back order mean if you don't have a stocks, you can provide the stocks until later, and pick and pack customer orders, ship goods to the customer and perform service, bill customers for a goods and ship, and those things coming under revenue cycle in depth. My later, the earlier slide shows what are the revenue cycles and their transactions and what do you call the vulnerabilities, controls you will learn already. Expenditure cycle also get connected with this AIS, request goods and services, we purchase, prepare, approve and send purchase order, and receive goods and services, and complete and receive reports, store goods, receive vendor invoices and all. Then human resource recruit, hire and train employees, evaluate employees' performance and discharge employees, update payroll. Then production cycle also, you have learned design products, forecast plan and scheduling, right? Request raw materials for production, manufacturing products, those are called production cycle. Then finance cycle, forecasting sales need, that is connected to general ledger, sales, sell stock, shares, borrow money from lenders, pay dividends, and that's also get connected with here. Then I would like to talk to you today, the whole work. I think this is what the basic lecture, first lecture. This is connected with the cycles after that. The next week I will talk to you frauds and fraud management and all. And yes, that's done for today. Any questions if you have, you can ask from me. If not, we can stop the work today. I just would like to ask one question from you. If you have a time, you can try to do this exercise. Classify each of the following items as belonging in the revenue cycle, expenditure cycle, human resource cycle, production cycle, or a finance cycle. I just asking few things. Purchase of raw materials, what cycle? That is coming under expenditure cycle. Pay off mortgage on a factory. That transaction coming under which cycle? Pay off mortgage on factory. That is in finance cycle. Hire new assistant controller. You get some like accountant. Hire a new assistant controller. Which cycle come under that? That is in human resource, payroll cycle. Right? Likewise, any transactions, right? I will read few transactions, you keep and think which cycle coming under that. Establish 10,000 credit limits for a new customer, which cycle come under that. Pay for raw materials, which cycle come under that. Disburse payroll checks on factory workers, which cycle come under that, right? Cycles, 5 cycles, right? Record goods received from vendor, which cycle come under that, right? And update the allowances for doubtful accounts, which cycle come under that. Decide how many units to make next month, which cycle come under that transaction. Complete the picking tickets for customer order, which cycle come under that. Record factory employees time cards, which cycle come under that. Sell concrete or concert ticket, right? Concert ticket, right? Revenue cycle, definitely when you sell services, right? Draw online of credit, online of credit, which cycle come under that. Send new employees to business ethic course, right? Which cycle come under that transaction. Pay utility bills like electricity rent, which cycle come under that, right? And pay property taxes on office building. Pay federal tax and sell some DVD players. Collect payments on customer accounts. Obtain bank loan. Pay sales commission. Send an order to a vendor. Put purchase goods into the warehouse. I can give a list. From that list, which cycle that transaction come under, whether it's a revenue cycle connected, expenditure, human resource, production, finance, or general ledger, right? Which cycles get connected, you should have knowledge to explain. That's done. I think the beginning one, which I have keep, and many students raise question to me, the first exercise or first presentation I didn't complete, but now that is also got completed and done the job. I think we can stop today's work, and any questions if you have, you can ask. If not, read this exercise again and again and try to listen, and any questions you can raise with me, right? That's your job should be. Okay, thank you very much, and be prepared. And next week also, if I have time, I will do another very interesting topic about the frauds. And all cycles are very important. Please listen, listen again, 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 all the cycle. Cycles are the most of the important things. For examination, we ask from you. No cycle, there is a no studies also. All questions based on the cycles. All questions are based on the cycle. Therefore, you have to be very, very much knowledgeable about the cycle. That's keep in your mind. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.